Hi. So in this session, we are going to expand our understanding of the get method a little bit. So we are going to make it a little more proper, and we will keep expanding on all the methods. But what we have is kind of like a very small practical example. So we have a list of products, okay, and each product has an ID. So let's say if I do slash product slash ID, which in this case is one, then I get mobiles. And actually, we have three products so far. So we have got three product IDs. So if I say two here, I get TV. And if I give three here, I get laptops. But if I give anything that is not currently a valid product ID, then I get product not found. So let's see how we can do something like this in our code. So since our last session, I've made some modification to our code. Okay. So I have a products slice here, and which is actually a slice of map, and that map, it has integer as the key and string as the value. Integer key here is supposed to be the product ID, and that's exactly what we were supplying here, right? So 1 equals to mobiles. What's That's what we have here, mobile. And usually a slice like this is something you will retrieve or fetch from a database. But we're not actually talking about databases as of yet. Okay, we just want to simplify our get endpoint, and that's why we have an in-memory structure here for products. So let's just assume that you actually made a call to the database and you got a products that looks like this. Okay, now I also changed the get endpoint. So I've got products and then the slash ID, which is my path parameter. Okay, and now I want to compare if uh, I'm going to return the product that matches this ID, and this ID will be supplied by the client. Okay, so I have a product that I want to return to the client, just like what we are doing here, right? So this is one product. It's a map of key and value, right? So I've got one product that I want to return, and I have it assigned in a variable called product. So now I'll range through the list of products and I get the key, I get the index, which I don't need. Now products is a slice, right? It's a slice. So I'm ranging over it, and in each iteration I get a product. So one of this, okay? And then I range over that P here. Now P here is a map, and when you range over it, what you get is a key and value. Okay, but I don't need a value right now because I don't want to compare values, but I want to compare the keys, which in this case are product IDs. So I only get the key, and then I get the path parameter as well. So I get the path parameter using c.param. C is our context here, and the ID. And the value that you get here is actually a string. It is always string, but the value we have here is that of int. So we have to convert it to int, and that's why we are using string converter package here. It has a method called a2I, which is equivalent to which is used for converting strings to integer, and returns the ID and the error. If there is an error, and if it is not nil, then we return the error. Now remember, this function here returns an error, right? So if there is an error, we are going to return from this function. And if the product ID that we fetched from the path parameter, if it equals to k, which is the key here, which is 1, then we assign product to p itself. And p here is our product that we are iterating through right now. Okay, so we assigned it. Now, if the product ID supplied couldn't be found in this slice, then product by default would be null because product is a map and the zero value for map is nil. Okay, so product is going to be nil. So I'm going to return that the product could not be found. So that's going to be 404 and product not found as an optional message. Okay, But if the product was found, then I want to return 200 response and the returned product. Okay, and that's what we have here. So when we have a product that is available in the products slice, we get the response. Okay, but when we don't have the product, we don't get the response. We get 404 and we get product not found. And this was for get method. Now in our next session, we will expand on this and we'll talk about post method, in which we will add a product onto this products array, okay, or product slice. And we will have client actually send us a product so that we have another product in our catalog. All right. So till then, uh, I'll see you in the next session. Till then, bye. Thanks.